Alrighty, YouTube, this is This Guy 6. I'm trying something new. Trying to look at the camera. Really not a whole lot of hobby stuff in this video. I just got back from the B.A.O. A few hours ago. B.A.O. is the Bay Area Open. For those of you who are not in California, the Bay Area is where I live, and one of our local hobby shops has a tournament on a yearly basis now called the B.A.O. Bay Area Open. And they're doing now a LVO, I believe is what it is, the Las Vegas Open. So yeah, just got back. It was a weekend-long tournament, and it was amazing. I haven't had that much fun in quite some time. A lot of beautiful models, a lot of great people, great conversion ideas, and really good input just on some of my stuff as it is. I went with a really good buddy of mine. His name is Rich. He owns Green Stuff Industries. For those of you who watch some of my videos, I'll have to point it out to you sometimes. But there's like tentacles, tubes, wires, things that I use that are made from Green Stuff, and I use his products to do it. So Rich hits me up. Well, I hit Rich up because I wanted to go to this thing, and he was like, well, he goes, I could use some help with the booth and yada, yada, yada. So I ended up helping him run the booth for the whole weekend. And man, I tell you, I had a really good time. So yeah, I just, video isn't really well thought out. I just wanted to kind of get it up here before I forgot, because if I don't do it now, I'll never do it, for those of you that know me. But yeah, so when we were down there, there's a couple of merchants, other than myself and Rich, who were selling some really cool products. Powered Play Gaming, for those of you who have heard of them, cool, you know what I'm pretty much going to say. For those of you that don't, these are the people that are starting to make lights, little LED lights for tanks and whatnot like that, and they have a little fiber optic kit, and really cool company, very local company for me. It was like a father and son kind of thing, and the son wanted his models to light up, so the dad was like, well, here it is, and they created a company out of it. Really cool guys, real great guys. So they were there. Again, that's Powered Play Gaming. So for those of you that really get into that kind of like technical, like, oh, I want lights in my models, which would be amazing, but I'm not there yet. I would definitely look them up and see what they got. The other person that was there, I believe his name is Mechanical Horse. I think it was Mechanical Horse. I have his card in my wallet somewhere. Yeah, Mechanical Warhorse is the name of the company. A guy named Carlos. He's actually from Arizona. Makes some really cool terrain stuff. This is a little example. It's like a little watchtower kind of thing. Really easy kit to put together. It's all wood. Smells really good. But I think what I'm going to do with this thing is have a lot of diamond plate looking plastic card and regular plastic card. So I'm really just going to orc it out, so to speak, and really go crazy on it as a terrain piece, because I've never done that before. And he makes a little solar panel array thing, which is really cool. He's got a communication device, which I'm gonna do one of those up, so you'll see that in another video. And he makes these little like wound counter things, so the bases of your monstrous creatures and whatnot fits in there, and your characters and whatnot. And it has a little dice holder where you can put your dice in, and the base still kind of functions. So they're really, really useful. Little rect markers that are really cool, very easy, very simple to put together. Just really, really great products. He's planning on coming out with a couple of more things from what he was telling me. One of which I'm really excited about, is a chemical vat. And that's really, really cool. And with all this new orc hoopla, I want to start an orc army. I used to have one and got sick of it. I love the color green. That's my favorite color, but The skin, I don't know. To me, it's boring for an orc. I mean, obviously, you see orcs, green orcs all the time. It gets really, really old. So one of the things that I decided to do was, if I was to go about this project, I would do blue-skinned orcs. There's a picture online, and whoever did this, dude, if you watch this video, it's amazing. But it's like a picture. I think it's like of a war boss and a knob or something like that, and they have this blue skin, but it like there's no light effects or anything like that. But it's almost like it glows. Like the way it's done is just so cool, and I want to figure out how to do that, and that's what I was going to do. And I figured the chemical vat would be really neat. I could work it into a display board, and use it for my orcs. So that is where my little tower is going to come in, and the communication array, if I decide to throw it in there. I don't quite know what I'm going to do with it yet. I have to look through my bits and really play with it. But the tower is definitely going to be orked out. So that's kind of going to be on the horizon. The other thing that I bought when I was out there was Vanguard vets. The gaming store that put on the tournament is called Frontline Gaming. Really great gaming store, and guys, thank you so much for putting on that event. I had a really good time. That was the last box of Vanguards they had, so I picked it up. I wanted Death Company, but I'm really, really happy with the Vanguard kit. So I've always wanted to do a Blood Angel army, but like a total jumper list, maybe with like Preds or something. I don't quite know. I have a list somewhere. I have to find it. But that's kind of what I wanted to do, but I want to do them very decorated. I don't want to do just the basic lame Assault Marines. So I was thinking originally Sanguinary Guard and Death Company straight, and that's all I was going to do. But buying the Vanguard kit, there's a lot of really, really cool bits in there. You know, and it's the new kit. So I mean, the molds are great. There's still your little mold lines and whatnot, but they're really not that bad. So now what I think I'm going to do is go predominantly Vanguard kits and Death Company kits. And the Sanguinary Guard are fine. I might do it for like my characters and stuff like that. I plan on custom making the Apothecary unit, whatever they're called. I can't remember at the moment in time. It's like midnight here and I'm exhausted. But I might use Sanguinary Guard for that, but I just can't. The armor's cool, but in little bits. I can't, like, oh, cool, I'm going to spam it throughout my whole army. So I'm pretty much going to just stick with Death Company and Vanguard. I might buy the Stern Guard kit and just kind of look at the bits and see what's in there when I get a chance. And I might throw some of that in there too. But that is going to be one of my other projects is Blood Angels. And then I have my Chaos. And Chaos, I need a couple more things to really, I guess, get it to a point to where it's not too bad, and that's not so hard to do. So I'm going to work on that. So those are going to be the 3 armies that I'm going to be working on in the near future. The Dark Angel project, I will be doing that sporadically, but it's not my main focus as of right now. And the reasoning for that is because it's going to be a memorial army of sorts. I want to learn a little bit more about painting, wet blending and I guess just blending in general and the shading. And I want to get more into that aspect. And the Blood Angels and the Orcs, I'm going to try to get some of that in. Like, Orcs are going to be battle damage. The Blood Angels might have some battle damage, but that's going to be a lot of shading and a lot of trying to really play with the colors and figure out what to do. Then when I get to a point to where I'm feeling good about it and I have my airbrush, I'll go ahead and slowly start working on the Dark Angels, because Dark Angels have always been an army that I've loved. I mean, that was the first army that I picked up. But I don't want to do it and look at it and go, oh god, that doesn't look good. Like, I want to be able to be happy with it. So I'm going to work on these couple of projects and really figure this stuff out. So you're going to see a lot of orc terrain. Not really a lot, but you'll see some here and there sporadic. You're going to see the Chaos stuff like usual, Blood Angels. I almost got a video camera at the event. Unfortunately, when we finally got it powered on and it was all charged, I tried to shoot a little quick thing at the B.A.O just to see how it would work, and it didn't zoom in on the models. It didn't focus on the models, and the whole point of the channel is about 40K, and a big part of 40K is models. So it doesn't really make any sense to have a camera that doesn't work for the models. So, you know, Rich brought it out. We thought it would work, and it just didn't. So, you know, no hard feelings, no big deal. I'll continue using my phone for now. Eventually, I will get a camera, and then I'll put up little tutorials here and there, painting tutorials or step-by-steps or whatever that I do. And I don't paint, I guess realistically, there was a painting competition at the B.A.O, which I entered my DocaJet from when they first came out. And their biggest thing was that it wasn't realistic enough, kind of thing. The shading and the lighting, where the lighting was, where the shading was. Judges were really nice. You know, they sat there and they were kind of telling me, well, this is what we mean here, and this is what you got to do, and kind of thing like that. And it's cool, you know. I might do that. Like for the Dark Angels, that would be something that I would really, really worry about. But I like painting for the effect. The models right now, I use double highlight. Well, I use quite a bit of highlight, but the highlights are very strong. A highlight on every armored plate, which is really traditional. A lot of people do that, and it's the way that I like to paint for right now. So that's kind of what I'm going to worry about doing, and that's what my tutorials will be on, is basically that kind of stuff, basing and just stuff that everybody who does videos on 40K or fantasy or whatever does. I'll do it, and I'm nowhere near the best. I mean, there's a lot of other great painters out there, but it would be how I do it and what I'm happy with and kind of where I'm at now at the moment in time. So those will be coming up when I get a camera. But yeah, that's kind of what's going on. I mean, the B.A.O was fun. Had a great time. We saw a lot of people I haven't seen in a while. Like I said before, a lot of beautiful armies, great figures. Really crazy conversions. There was a guy out there, he had an Imperial Knight that was looted by orcs, and it was all lighted and stuff. It was one of the coolest things I had ever seen. I mean, orcs you can just have a lot of fun with. So definitely have my eyes open to a lot of things. You know, and just started really thinking about what I wanted to do. The Tau, I have Tau, and I'm still going to work on them. I need to find my Pathfinders, but the Tau are going to be a slow project. And I mean, everything's going to pretty much be a slow project as far as building armies and really figuring it out until I get the new rulebook. I think we're on, what, 7th edition now? Until I get that rulebook. And until I really, really get into it, you're not going to see a whole lot of like, oh, and here's my army, blah, 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 blah. I mean, I'll get boxes of figures and paint them up, and I'll show you guys what I've done, where it went, how it goes. But I don't want to build a vast majority of an army without knowing what the rules are going to be, what's going to be in the codex, or anything like that. I did that with my Chaos, and I'm in the position where every time I play them, I want to rip my hair out. So the Tau will be here and there. The Imperial Fist, I pulled out my old model today, the one that's almost done, and I really do like him. But you know what? I really just think the yellow is not my thing. It looks cool, like I could deal with it, but I don't know. I mean, I might just paint up the Tactical Marines that I have, Imperial Fists and the Devastators, Blood Angels, because I like the way Blood Angel Devastators look. I don't know what I'm going to do. But when I figure it out, you guys will be the first to know, that's for sure. So, anyways, yeah, I mean, that's kind of my quick video update. I mean, crazy, crazy weekend. Saturday morning, I had to get up at 4. Rich and I left my place at 5:30, got to the event at 6:37, and I mean, I had gotten like no sleep the night before. I was just so dead, and then this morning wasn't quite as late, but I didn't go to bed till like 2, just because that's I stay up late and usually, and had to get up at had to get up at 6 to leave at 7:30. So it's been a long weekend. So I am absolutely exhausted. But while all this kind of stuff was fresh on my mind, I wanted to just kind of get it out there and throw it out there. Look these people up, guys. Powered Play Gaming, Green Stuff Industries, mechanicalwarhorse.com, Frontline Gaming. Look these people up, man. They do some great stuff. Frontline does a lot of painting commissions, beautiful work. So if you guys are in the market for a new army, you want to buy it, get it painted. Go, if you guys feel free to check out Frontline. They got some great deals, great painters, just a bunch of great guys. So, anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of this video for tonight. I need to get some sleep. Tomorrow, I'm gonna probably start working on the little tower thing and looking through my bits and figuring out what I'm gonna do and really looking into it. The Blood Angels I probably won't be getting too much into until I start painting the tower. So you guys will be seeing videos like that here and there. And yeah, that's about it. So you all have a good night, and I will see you when I see you. Take care.